Well, is it too little, too late? I don't care. It was still a fun win. The Diamondbacks avoid being swept, which they haven't been swept many times this year. We're turning on the cactus light. You guys should too if you have access to the emoji. We're going live in 30 seconds. Don't you go anywhere. To another edition of the PHNX Diamondbacks podcast, live from Studio K, presented by our friends at Circle K. My name is Derek Montia, occasionally known as your mayor of PHNX. Glad to have you guys here. Thrilled to be talking about a Diamondbacks victory instead of a Diamondbacks sweep at the hands of the Giants. Of course, welcome in to the show. We got our guy Damon Dog, of course. Bark on the ones and twos today. And this show, as always, is brought to you by our friends at Bet365 Game Time. Make sure to download that Bet365 app right now. Use our code of PHNX365 when you sign up. You'll get yourself some bonus bets. Of course, right now, you'll get yourself a lot of bonus bets. So get down on it right away. Of course, go use our code of PHNX at Game Time. You'll get $20 off their already low last-minute ticket deals. The Diamondbacks win this one by a score of 5-3. Yes, like many of you, I was very nervous there at the end that the bullpen was going to let this one slip away. Even though they tried to, they did not, and they managed to seal the deal here. The Diamondbacks improved to 73-74 on the season. Not good enough yet to send little Jerry P up the mountain, but with his performance today, he might deserve to go up the mountain. And yes, if you are a supporter, let's see. We got some new emojis in the chat there. So I know we don't see them on our end, but make sure to throw up those neon cactus, get those cactus lights lit up in honor of the big win. The Diamondbacks now have won 9 of their last 14 games. So I know this was a frustrating series loss overall, and I know especially yesterday's loss was especially frustrating. But to be fair, the Giants are the hottest team in baseball right now. I said it yesterday a few times, and I'll reiterate that just to, kind of play devil's advocate here when it comes to, what teams have done in the past versus what they're doing right now. Just because the Giants don't have the best record in baseball doesn't mean that they can't be the best team right now, currently in baseball. And that's the way this sport goes sometimes. They right now have been playing some incredible baseball. And then today they fought back. They gave the Diamondbacks a run for their money. They're late, but the Diamondbacks hung on to get their 73rd win of the season. They do avoid getting swept, which is something that they have been good at this year. You could say they're almost as good at not getting swept as they are at completing sweeps of their own. The Diamondbacks have only been swept 5 times this season. They have one of the lowest totals of getting swept this year. And that's surprising considering what their record is. The other teams that haven't been swept are much better teams than the Dbacks. So just a fun win. Great to see you guys here in the chat. What's up, Groundhog Mama? Great to have you here. Bees, as always, it is an honor, sir. Happy to have you here. Emily Williams, before you even start, no, I did not update the Arizona Diamondbacks jersey list, but planning an entire, literally for you, Emily, I am planning an entire series of content probably during the off season just for you to make sure we get all of that stuff out there. But the story of the day is that Erod absolutely dazzled. Put a little respect on this man's name. I understand that as a fan base, we've been very frustrated with Eduardo Rodriguez, and rightfully so. I don't feel like this is just an unjustified anger. This is a very justified anger for what he was paid to come in here and be for this team. He certainly has been a disappointment. However, I don't live in the past because we can't. I live in the here and now. And in his last 3 starts, including today, Eduardo Rodriguez has been outstanding against some of the best teams in baseball. So I will commend him for his great day, and the Dbacks offense delivered with not only a big second inning, but just an overall a well-rounded performance from their starting lineup, except for Ketel Marte and Corbin Carroll, which we will get into later. Geraldo Perdomo also, by the way, is the best player in baseball. And in this house, we will not accept any Jerry P. slander ever at any time. And that's because Geraldo Perdomo got the scoring started today for the Diamondbacks with a solo home run to lead off the game in the very first inning. Before we could even sit down in our seats with our lunch, Perdomo was already banging a home run over the right field wall there. That one was his 18th home run of the season. 99.6 mile per hour exit velo, 380 feet to right field. I'm not sure how many ballparks it would have dinged in, but I have a feeling probably not a lot, Damon. Maybe not a lot.
I mean, what an insane power surge from Geraldo Perdomo. And Todd Walsh was talking on the postgame show, Derek, and said that Torey Lovullo approached the team after last night's loss and said that there is no room for error. The Diamondbacks have to go out there and win this game tonight. And what does the captain then go out there and do? Hit a leadoff home run to get the boys on the right track. It's the most Geraldo Perdomo story, perhaps in the history of Geraldo Perdomo stories.
You're right, and especially going out there and getting them pumped up, making them understand the importance of it. I said it before. I mean, the playoffs start here, and for the series, I said that the playoffs started here. For the Diamondbacks lost the first two games, right? But there definitely was a little bit of a rally here in this team, and Perdomo led the way. But frankly, he's done it all season long, right? I mean, in the top of the sixth inning there, Perdomo walked and then stole second base. That was his 25th stolen base of the year. He also added an RBI single. So he had 93 RBI on the season now, Damon, 25 stolen bases. They talked about the possibility of Geraldo Perdomo reaching 20 home runs, 25 stolen bases, and 100 RBI. And that possibility is very real. He's already hit the stolen base mark. He's 2 home runs away from 20, and he's 7 RBI away from 100 with we have 18 games left to go, 17 games left to go now. So this is something that is very much something he can accomplish. And should he accomplish it, it actually would be a very special feat. According to our guy, Jack Summers, from over at Snakes Territory, that feat has been done 7 times in the history of Major League Baseball by a full-time shortstop. So not too many shortstops have done that. And of course, here Geraldo Perdomo sits in rare territory. By the way, Perdomo sits here after just recently signing a contract extension to begin the season, and then he comes out and has the best season of his entire career. That doesn't surprise me. It should not surprise anyone about the work ethic of Perdomo. We were talking about Rafael Devers, who did deliver for the Giants in this game, but overall, the Giants are tied to him for a very long time for a very large amount of money. And I have my own suspicions about him being worth that money as this contract goes on, right? So I don't have those suspicions about a guy like Geraldo Perdomo. I feel like when he was issued this contract extension, he just went out this season and proved that it was a deal and earned every penny and every bit of that contract extension. And quite frankly, he deserves to be the captain of this team. He definitely led the way today in this win. Meanwhile, in the second inning, you got contributions from what felt like the entire starting lineup. Blaze Alexander and Alec Thomas. There were a lot of singles in the second inning. Blaze Alexander and Alec Thomas hit back-to-back singles to lead off the second. Then Tim Tawa, who was excellent today. Can't say enough about Tim Tawa coming in, being called up to the main roster and delivering like he has so far. I mean, he was really good today on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively. He got in on the action with the third consecutive single. That scored Blaze Alexander and gave the Snakes a 2-0 lead. Jake McCarthy advanced the runners with a sacrifice bunt. And then that would be Perdomo's opportunity to come up and deliver with an RBI single that scores Thomas and gives the Diamondbacks a 3-0 lead. That would end the starting pitcher for San Francisco, Carson Seymour's day. Marte would then get one more run in on a sac fly that would push the lead to 4-0. But in other news, Ketel Marte, during his first at bat, fouled a ball off of his foot and was later removed from the game with a foot contusion. So we have yet another injury to report. By the way, Tim Tawa is here because our guy Tyler Locklear had left elbow inflammation. He will not be having Tommy John surgery, and don't even get me started on another player in general having left elbow inflammation. But Tim Tawa again came in and stepped up today. We will wait to hear for a report on Ketel Marte with it being a foot contusion. Hopefully just a day off or so will get him back in there, but we don't know the severity of that quite yet. But yeah, man, I mean, this was, again, guys like Alexander and Thomas and Tawa contributed today, and they made this win happen. And like I said, they did it on both sides of the ball. With 2 outs in the 6th inning, Tim Tawa would single and then score on a Jake McCarthy RBI double, and that would push the lead to 5-0 at the time. But Blaze, let's talk about Blaze. I mean, we know based on his history with this podcast, Blaze Alexander is a known thief. He robs you of hits. He robs you of home runs. He'll rob you of your pet snake. And ladies, he will rob you of your heart. But Blaze Alexander, for sure, was robbing dudes left and right today. It was unbelievable. It felt like the broadcast, Damon, couldn't keep up with his highlight reel of plays. Like, they're talking about his last one, and he's making another one, right? In the 3rd inning, he made 2 incredible plays back-to-back. One robbed Luis Matos for the first out, and then he just picked on poor Patrick Bailey all day. The second was robbing Patrick Bailey for a second out. And again, I mean, he came up and robbed Patrick Bailey of a hit again to lead off the 6th inning. He was out there just committing thievery once again. He did have not a bad play, but a big play there occurred where he kind of, I don't know, do you want to say he made a mistake, Damon? Damon said it was more based on it would have been just an incredible play had he made it.
Yeah, I mean, he would have had to have somehow read that bad hop, and I couldn't tell if it bounced off the base or if it was just a bad hop on that replay, but like, he would have had to have read it before it even happened and like jumped full scale as high as he could in the air, come down with it, and then make like an insane crossbody throw.
See, and I don't think
anyone in baseball makes that.
That's
play.
The problem is that with the way he played today, I was like, why didn't he come up with that? You know, because when you play like a superhuman, you just expect, that on every play. And quite frankly, I will say something that most of you will probably be shocked to hear because you feel like I'm an absolute a man obsessed with Gino Suarez. But can we just admit that aside from the home run power, that so far in a short sample size, Blaze Alexander has been an upgrade in almost every conceivable way. I know Gino is very good at third base, was very good for this team at third base. I just don't see him making some of those plays that Blaze made today. I don't feel like he had the arm strength that we're seeing Blaze display. And quite frankly, I'll go out there and say it. I'll say it, Damon. I'm not scared to. I think the vibes might even be better with Blaze. Wow. Yeah, I'm not trying to like this. This isn't like like scorned ex talk, right? We're not doing a spying on my exes in this one, but again, I don't know. El Gallo brings up a great point. What are they going to do with Lawler? I'm sure they're going to continue to use Blaze in different ways and put him out in the outfield. I don't feel like Blaze was a bad option out there in left field at all for this team. I felt like he had amazing highlight reel plays out there too. The man just seems to be a human highlight reel, and it doesn't matter if you're putting him in left field and he's robbing home runs at the wall, or if you're putting him there at third base. It just felt like defensively he's been an upgrade from the guys that were playing there all season long, and that kind of spark at times can really lift a team and demoralize an opposition. So I just think he did an amazing job, and I think, again, the vibes are incredible. Hair, it's a push. Look, I'm not going to pretend like anybody has better hair than Gino, but Blaze's hair, pretty incredible. Also pretty incredible was Tim Tawa's defense over at first base, because those plays from Blaze, some of those throws, not exactly on the dot, and Tim Tawa made some incredible stretches to complete those plays and get those outs, and he did an excellent job over there at first base in that role. So overall, I thought that, the interior defense, the infield defense was outstanding today. They also had a really weird strike him out, throw him out eventually situation in the 7th inning. It was just your standard 2-4-5-2-5-2 play, Damon. This is your standard for an out. But still, the Diamondbacks got that out, and it was a very important out in this game. Felt like anytime the Giants were mounting a drive there, they were able to kind of snuff it out. The bullpen did come in and give up a couple of runs, but like I said, Erod was outstanding today for the Diamondbacks on the mound, and they got the job done. But unfortunately, they don't come out of this unscathed. Ketel Marte, once again, didn't look right after that first at bat. It is a right foot contusion, so of course he was removed from the game before the bottom of the seventh inning and was replaced by Eldemaro Vargas. But great day today.
We do have some more information on the Ketel stuff here from our guy Alex D'Agostino, Derek, who tweeted out an injury report. Of course, we're in the process of stealing him completely.
Yeah, by the way, Alex, our quote-unquote Cardinals writer, but not for long.
You watch out, Jack Summers. That's all we're going to say about Alex.
My sweet boy Alex, he says, foot contusion for Ketel Marte, x-rays are negative. Torey Lovullo tells Todd Walsh, said he'll pencil in Marte to start at second base Friday, depending on how he feels. So good news.
Great news.
Best possible news for sure. Also, again, some pretty good options, right? Like the weird part about Ketel Marte is he does play good defense there at second base, but the Diamondbacks have some other options that can fill in and play equally good defense. And we saw that today. Diamondbacks did a great job of closing this one out. Eventually, did get a little rocky there with Saul Frank, but he did end up getting the job done. Perdomo today, 2 for 4. He had that solo home run, 2 RBI in this one, 1 walk, 1 run scored. Tim Tawa was 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Alec Thomas was 2 for 4 with a run scored and also got thrown out trying to stretch up a hit to second base. Wasn't great, but it was good to see Alec Thomas be a little bit productive there at the plate. He has had himself some struggles lately. Gabriel Moreno, 2 for 4 with a walk. So good all-around contributions. I guess the big problem here is that, once again, the Diamondbacks did not get much contribution from Ketel Marte, nor did they get anything from Corbin Carroll. And when I say anything, I mean Corbin Carroll did not get a hit in this 3-game series. And that is cause for concern and a big reason why they lost, right? Again, not to say it's solely on him, but the Diamondbacks really need guys like Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte both to be contributing. So credit to the guys right now that are doing the job and kind of holding the line there, Damon. And of course, it's Jerry P. It's been Blaze Alexander. It's been some of the role player guys. It's been the guys that hit in the 6 through 9 hole. And, again, they deserve their flowers for what they've done, at least today. Today was a big day for those guys to step up and help this team win.
Yeah, I mean, I take a little offense to the role players thing, throwing Jerry in there.
I didn't mean that. He's
a bona fide superstar.
I didn't mean
Everyone
him.
knows it. He's actually, I think Geraldo Perdomo might be qualified as an international superstar at this point.
International sex symbol.
He's a phenomenon, absolutely. But you're right. It's been a lot of Blaze Alexander. It's been a lot of I know he wasn't exactly stellar in this series, but Gabriel Moreno, since he came back, has really been carrying this team in large part. Today, yeah, you're right. In general, it hasn't been the Corbin Carrolls, it hasn't been the Ketel Martes, and that's concerning because this team is playing its best baseball right now.
Right.
But without its 2 best hitters carrying the team, and if you could have, I keep saying it over and over again, but it's because I can't get it out of my head. If those players, when they were swinging it well, if the players that were kind of supplementing them could have given these performances that they were giving now, things could have gone a whole lot different this season, and vice versa now. If these players could hit the way that they were in the first half of the season, right now when these other guys are actually contributing, how good could this team actually be? How many S words would they get?
I don't know.
All the S words.
And well, I mean, if we keep saying S word out loud as the normal word, then we don't get any S words. I don't know how that works, but they have won 9 of their last 14 games. And quite frankly, they have done it because they've gotten some good starting pitching over that stretch, and they've gotten contributions from the rest of the lineup that has stepped up over that stretch. But again, good win today. We're going to talk, though, more about Eduardo Rodriguez and what he was able to do on the mound and has been able to do. But I did want to let you guys know of tomorrow It is PHNX, not tomorrow. Again, he's going to start correcting me on days again, like he did yesterday. I'm going to get so angry, and then I'm going to toss him off the show, and no one's going to be here to produce. So I'm going to refrain from doing that. But Friday is PHNX Cardinals Day at Rally House on September 12th at 4:30 p.m. Join our friends at the PHNX Cardinals podcast live at Rally House over there at Westgate, hosted by our friends there. We will be at West Valley at their Glendale location, just a stone's throw away from State Farm Stadium, 2 days before the Cardinals' first home game of the year. So see our guys, Bo and Johnny, in person. Plus, you'll have a chance to win by showing up. We'll be giving away 5 $50 Rally House gift cards to our fans in attendance. The best duo in sports. I argued it was me and Jesse, but it very well could be PHNX Cardinals and our friends at Rally House. It's definitely all of us all together. I need to go out there, Damon, because I need one of those new Cardinals jerseys so bad. They dropped today on all of the websites, and I can't decide who I want, who I'm going to get, but they're so fire. Do you go with the Pat Tillman, which still, I'm gonna be honest, no disrespect to Pat Tillman or any of the past legends or greats, I still find it weird when they make a new jersey with an old player's stuff on it. Like if I want a Pat Tillman jersey, quite frankly, I want an ASU jersey. I know that makes you gross, or good, that disgusts you. Or I want like a Cardinals classic jersey that would have been a Tillman jersey. And that's similar with Randy Johnson, right? I saw that they make the the Perpientes jersey with a Randy Johnson.
They did the Serpientes Randy Johnson the whole time. It's actually like nothing makes me angrier going to Diamondbacks games than when I see a City Connect Randy Johnson jersey.
Right. Like it's just so weird.
He never wore that jersey.
It's just such a weird thing to me, right?
It's insanely weird.
But for some reason, I love Pat Tillman, and like the idea of getting like a jersey that I don't have to worry about, that player leaving in 6 months or whatever. That's the thing about a legend, right? Like a legend gives you that satisfaction that you're like, I don't have to worry about Randy Johnson ever leaving this team. He's not even on this team while they have this jersey.
Yeah,
so
I think for that one, like for me, the Cardinals throwback jerseys are so sick. If you want a Pat Tillman, get the Cardinals throwback Pat Tillman.
What I mean.
With
that's
the
what
state
I mean.
flag
with
patch
the state
on
flag,
it,
sick
or
flag
get an
on
ASU
it.
one, like you said. They sell a ton of ASU ones, but I agree with you. Like when it comes to these new NFL rivalry uniforms, like get a Marv, get a Trey McBride.
I do. That's like the two guys I've been deciding between is Trey McBride and Marv. So I used to love getting defensive players when I was younger. So that's just a thing. Who
would we get on the defensive side of the football? Buddha for sure.
Buddha Baker, right?
Maybe Will Johnson 0.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think we just
that's
cracked
my
the
guy.
code.
That's my guy for sure. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of this break, we're going to talk about the day Erod had out there on the mound for the Diamondbacks and so much more. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondbacks show. Speaking of Rally House, it is the go-to shop for all of your favorite Arizona team gear. For all of your local sports team, they have tens of thousands of products to shop from, and you can check out their locations here in town in Tempe, Mesa, and Glendale today. Have you checked out Rally House on game day for your game day needs? No? Well, they have you covered. It doesn't matter whether you're looking for drinkware, signage, coolers, socks, baby's diapers, sunscreen. They got jerseys, they got hats. Whatever you need, they have you covered. And of course, they carry only Arizona sports teams too. So every time you visit Rally House, you're guaranteed to find something new, unique, and that matches your game day vibe. Find your local Rally House location, shop their entire product assortment online at rallyhouse.com today. And of course, Circle K is America's thirst stop. And on a day like this, I could very much use something to drink. Damon, I had myself a cold beverage ready to go, leaving the house, trying to be a responsible person. And where is that cold beverage? Still sitting on my coffee table in my living room.
What a miss.
And I hate it. And what's even worse is that when I was in obvious out of like turning around range, that's when my wife contacted me to tell me that my drink was left behind. Not when I was still 30 seconds down the street. No, when I was far away. But Circle K had me covered. And because I'm an Inner Circle member, I only paid 79 cents for a Polar Pop. You can too. Of course, you'll get deals on Polar Pops, 99-cent Frosters. Right now, you can get 3 Gatorades for $5. Those are 28-ounce Gatorades. And of course, you can visit once per week and save 10 cents per gallon by either making a $5 minimum purchase or by getting a 5-gallon gas fill-up. So do not miss out on the chance to save. If you are not an Inner Circle member, what are you doing? Go join right now. Join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions do apply at participating locations. Visit circlek.com for details. Well, it was another excellent start for Erod, and while those haven't come very often in his time as an Arizona Diamondback, he has been putting some things together as of late. Like I said earlier on the show, there's no defense of Erod's tenure here. He's had some injury issues. He's really stumbled to get out of the gates at times, and yet, despite his numbers in the past and what he was able to do for his previous teams, it really felt like the signing of Erod was a bust, and probably could be categorized by the time it's all said and done as a bust. However, I feel like lately Rodriguez has really shown what he can do and what he's capable of, and the opponents that he's been able to do it against have been pretty substantial, including the San Francisco Giants team today. He finally lowered his ERA below 5, which is something to be celebrated. If I had those little like confetti poppers, I would be infuriating people by setting those off in this studio right now. I mean, outside of like a 2-game stretch early in the season, not including opening day, because after his first starts, I believe after his first 2 starts this year, his ERA was already above 5. He lowered it down below 5 for a short stretch, but his ERA has not been below 5 since April 23rd. That was the last time Erod's ERA seems like a good nickname in there for Erod. We're going to have to workshop that, Damon. Write a note. But Erod there, he's lowered his ERA finally below 5 for the first time with this scoreless outing that he had against the Giants today. He had, once again, really good command of his fastball and relied on it for the majority of the outing. He threw it 52% of the time. He complemented it well once again with the changeup, which he threw 28% of the time. I think we have his pitch chart here, but his fastball maxed out today at 94.1 miles an hour. He did not stray much from using that fastball. It says here that he did throw the sinker, the curveball, the cutter, and the slider, but he did not throw any of those pitches very many times. And again, he just really relied on his fastball command, which he got 4 whiffs on his fastball today, and then he got 5 swings and misses on the changeup. So a pretty good day, including a really good stretch there where Erod sat down 12 Giants batters consecutively in a row. His line today was 6 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 K. And Damon, let's light up that Circle K sign in honor of his 6 strikeouts, because this is a good combination for Erod. Not only did he go out there and give the Diamondbacks 6 1/3 innings pitched and only allow 2 hits in his outing, but he did get 6 strikeouts, which is a nice day for any pitcher. He still was efficient, though, and he still didn't really need to go out there and do much more other than try to pitch to contact and get guys to try to hit that changeup for ground balls. And by the way, those 6 strikeouts, if this was a home game, would get you a free hot coffee over at Circle K. So don't forget, with every K you win at Circle K, text STRIKE to 31310 to start saving right now on fuel, food, and drinks after every Dbacks home game. But I think more importantly for the context of how Erod is doing right now is just to take what he's doing right now. And that's the problem sometimes with baseball is short sample sizes don't really mean much to most people. However, to me, it means more when it is the here and now. And that is what's happening with Erod. This is his 3rd excellent start in a row. And I have no problem saying that. I will say great start, fantastic start in a row. On August 30th against the Dodgers, he went out there and pitched 6 innings, giving up 4 hits, 0 earned runs, walked 4, struck out 4. September 5th against the Boston Red Sox at home, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And today against the red hot Giants, and I want to reiterate that again, the hottest team in baseball right now, Erod goes out there, goes 6 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 K. Like, this is an impressive stretch for a guy that, to be honest, really has not put this kind of stretch together for the Diamondbacks at any point, at least against this caliber of opponents. Over this stretch, 18 and a third innings pitched, 10 hits, 1 earned run, 8 walks, 12 strikeouts, 14 strikeouts, excuse me. So just a really impressive stretch, a 0.49 ERA over that span. And for all the reasons I said, and for his performance today, Eduardo Rodriguez is our king snake in today's game. Again, 6 and a third innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 2 hits, 6K. Outstanding, man. I mean, outstanding. Like, we've joked time and time again, I think, about Erod and about which version of Erod are you going to get. The reason why is because it is not to say we have not seen these performances out of him. When you look at his game log for the 2025 season, you see these type of performances peppered in throughout the season. But then what you have is 5 earned runs allowed here in like 2 2/3 innings pitched, and 4 earned runs allowed here, and 5 and 6 earned runs allowed here, right? So it's been inconsistent, and that is the best you could say about Erod. You really do not know what you're going to get out of him on any given day, on any given start. But right now, over this span, he's been excellent. He's been the Diamondbacks' best starting pitcher, and he, proves that if he can start putting these things together consecutively, he really can be the guy that's worth the contract that the Diamondbacks are currently paying him. But again, it's more about the consistency and putting it together. Hopefully, for the sake of 2026, he's really finding himself and can, continue this stretch, not only to finish out the season strong, but to start next year, just equally as strong. The bullpen, meanwhile, tried their best to give this game away. Woodford came in relief of Eduardo Rodriguez there. He would exit with 2 on and 2 outs in the 8th inning. Unfortunately, Saul Frank couldn't get the final out in the 8th inning, and he would allow 2 runs to score on a Devers 2 RBI double. He would also allow another run to score in the 9th inning when they brought him back out. However, did get out of it. Overall, Saul Frank goes an inning and a third pitch, gives up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk. Woodford, an inning and a third pitch, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout. So not exactly a good day from the bullpen. We'll not categorize it, nor was it a good series from the bullpen. We're going to take a look at the numbers from the series here shortly. But what I will say is, at the very least, it wasn't a disaster, Damon. And you and I were both kind of sitting on the edges of our very comfortable recliners out here, basically expecting this thing to careen towards disaster there at the end. And luckily, Saul Frank bent, but he didn't break.
Yeah, I mean, we're just so used to it, I think, with this bullpen at this point, right? Like, it's not as if Andrew Saul Frank has necessarily earned that.
Right, you're right.
Kind of.
But it is that weird cursed feeling that it doesn't matter who they put into that situation, they're going to blow it. And that's something we've seen far too much with this team over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Like, that's the difficult part, is like whoever you put in that closer role feels like they just capitulate. And it was nice to see someone, be like, hey, that guy doesn't matter over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to just attack this guy.
Exactly.
And Andrew Saul Frank continues to be the best relief pitcher we have right now.
That's what we were shouting. We were literally shouting, like, who cares about the guy at third? Let him score for all intents and purposes. Just get the guy at the plate out and we're out of this game. And that's exactly what he did. But
how about Ben here? I don't know if Ben, I'm guessing just by his avatar that he's actually like in the Suns chat or like maybe the Cardinals chat.
I don't care.
But Ben, I mean, we're going to claim you as one of our
Ben,
own here.
Ben, you are ours, Ben. You are Snake. We're changing your avatar to Snake. We're calling you Big Snakeaman now. And that's what you're going to be in this chat. Hope you come back. Thank you, though, for becoming a member. Thank you to all of you that have already signed up. You guys have no idea how much that means to us. We are trying to make some things happen around here and do something special, especially for you guys. We want to make this as fun as possible. We want to definitely highlight some of our incredible diehards and our members. And you don't even have to be a diehard to be part of our supporter group. So make sure to sign up for that today. We're going to take a quick break, but on the other side of this break, we are going to take a look at the numbers from the series and check out at least where the Diamondbacks stand, even though the rest of the teams in the wild card hunt haven't played their games. We're going to do that on the other side of this break. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching the PHNX Diamondback Show. Well, whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at the PHNX offices here at the HQ. There are people coming over to our door and peering in at me and Damon like we are, animals at the zoo. And I'm okay with it. I'm here for it because that's what this camera sitting in front of me is all about. But of course, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary Bet365 either. That's because Bet365 not only pioneered live in-game betting, but they offer the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting across 78 sports. They also live stream 780,000 events each year, and it is football season for them over there right now at Bet365. It's football season for all of us, even those of us that love baseball. Let's be honest. Right now, of course, it's never ordinary with the Sunday night SPG Sunday offer. Place a qualifying same game parlay bet totaling $20 or more on Sunday's NFL games, and you will get up to $25 in bonus bets. Terms and conditions do apply. Download the app and use code PHNX365 when you sign up. And of course, do that right now. If you're a new customer, you'll get $300 in bonus bets when you just bet $5, win or lose. All you guys do is sign up, use that code PHNX365. Deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 or more to get $300 in bonus bets. If your bet wins or loses, bonus bets can be used on the spread, total, players, props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. Bet365 must be 21 or over and physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, text NEXT STEP to 53342, or visit problemgambling.az.gov. And Damon, I was noticing that I have myself a wonderful collection of Shady Rays sunglasses, and I am very proud of that. I have a pair of Shady Rays for every occasion, and you should too. And the reason why is because not only will Shady Rays not break your bank, but you can be confident that if anything terrible happens to your Shady Rays, like it has with my I have other glasses, the frames have just broken, Damon. The arms have broken off. Like, not only do my Shady Rays not do that, but if something did happen to them, I would know confidently that Shady Rays has the best lost and broken replacement plan in all of eyewear. So if it's anything happened to their crystal clear optics or their durable frames, I would get myself sent out a new pair, no questions asked. Shady Rays is eyewear that always has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code PHNX for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. All right, Damon. Well, this was a tough series for the Diamondbacks, a tough series loss. The game 2 seemed to be far more pivotal, obviously, here, considering that they were able to win in game 3, and it felt like the Diamondbacks really had a chance to win that game 2. That's what makes this whole thing more heartbreaking. One more win, and it really just looks like the Snakes are still hot and they're on a roll, but losing the series somehow feels devastating and like it truly is the end of their playoff chances. So let's take a look at the count presented by our friends at Desert Financial Credit Union. The Diamondbacks get outscored in this 3-game series by a count of 13-19. The Diamondbacks only had 2 home runs, including Geraldo Perdomo's solo home run today. Meanwhile, the Giants had 7 dingers, no home runs today for them, but 5 in the game 1 victory and 2 in yesterday's win. Runners in scoring position, the Diamondbacks were 2 for 8 in game 1, 2 for 9 in game 2, and 2 for 5 in game 3 for a .273 batting average. Meanwhile, the Giants, they were 3 for 4 in game 1, 2 for 2 in game 2, and 1 for 6 in game 3 for a .500 batting average with runners in scoring position. Again here, starting ERA 4.76 for the Diamondbacks. Surprising, actually, that the Diamondbacks found a way, but it was basically based on today's performance by Seymour that caused the Giants to have a higher ERA. Their starting pitching ERA ends at 5.11. Meanwhile, relief pitching ERA was a complete and utter disaster. The Diamondbacks allowed 9 earned runs in 8 innings pitched for a 10.13 ERA. Meanwhile, the Giants just gave up 3 earned runs in the series in 14 2/3 innings pitched for a 1.84 relief pitching ERA. And Sean is bagging on. Sean says, "What do you mean, Derek? We just started a 16-game winning streak." Okay, well, that's the right attitude. Don't worry. Remember. Don't bring this negativity into here after a win. I can't. Just like Doug Eddings, I cannot wait to throw one of you out of here. So don't forget that. No, I'm just joking. I'm not threatening anybody. We got some more people becoming members. Awesome. Zhao Didi, never seen you before. I'm guessing you're also not in
That's
here.
actually a Cardinals like diehard.
Yeah,
for
I was
sure.
gonna say,
But again, we're gonna claim
we're
Didi as
claiming
well.
everyone.
Yeah, and RA is ours. I mean,
RA is ours. Yeah.
The flag has been planted
From day one.
100%.
Day one OG. RA, thank you so much for becoming a member. Knights23 says, are we done thinking about the playoffs after this series loss, or should we keep scoreboard watching? This is such a, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like this is the attitude of a person that turns the game off in the 6th inning when things change and their team loses a lead. There's so much game still to watch, but I understand. Sometimes I can be one of those people. As far as scoreboard watching is concerned, the Diamondbacks don't have a lot of games left. So if you love baseball, soak it in. It's going to be nothing but football, basketball here for the next 3-4 months before we get back to spring training. We will bring you some Arizona Fall League action, though, including we have some news on that before we get out of here. But what I will say is, if the Diamondbacks are still in it, then yeah, man, we're still scoreboard watching. We're keeping hope alive until Baseball Reference puts that very dramatic skull and crossbones next to their name, next to their team season, then they're still alive. So, I mean, the odds are not in their favor. It's not very likely. They would have to win entirely too many games. Maybe they could lose 2 more games the rest of the year. They do have an easy opponent in front of them that they can't take for granted in the Twins. And then beyond that, it's just a gauntlet once again. So you got this Giants team that's still playing great baseball. You have the Dodgers and then the Phillies and then the Padres. Or it might be Phillies, Dodgers, Padres. I forget the order there. And my brain cells are being melted by these studio lights. But nonetheless, they have some very tough opponents. And it's hard to imagine this team only losing 2 to 4 more games the rest of the year. Doesn't mean it's impossible, though. There's not a lot of games left to play, so there's not a lot of games left to lose. They can somehow stay hot and do what they've done all season long against teams with good records, then maybe, just maybe, there's still a chance, right? It would require this Giants team to definitely cool off. It would take a collapse by the Mets, and it would take the Reds to be irrelevant. And if the Diamondbacks could have those 3 things happen, along with them winning a whole heck of a lot of games, then anything's possible, right? But let's take a look at where they sit right now in the drunken orgy of violence that we call the NL West. They are 4 games back in the wild card. And again, at the trade deadline, if you told me on September 10th that they were 4 games back, I would still believe, and I still believe. And I don't know why. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. Diamondbacks right now, 73-74, 9 games back in the division, 4 games back in the wild card. The Rockies, they need to win 2 more games to avoid having the worst season in baseball history. Can't wait to see if that happens. Giants, they are 74-72. They have improved their situation quite a bit over this series with the Diamondbacks. They are now only 2.5 games back from the Mets for the final wild card spot. They are 7.5 back in the division at 74-72. Padres, they sit 2 back from the Dodgers. So not only do they have themselves a firm grasp on a wild card spot, being 3 games up at 79-66 in the wild card hunt, but they still have a very good chance of perhaps winning this drunken orgy of violence that we call the NL West. And there at the top of the heap is the Dodgers at 81-64. And who knows what happens with them. They have been playing some erratic baseball here, and not a good time to not be putting things together. Couldn't happen to a better team. Anyway,
Derek, it's shocking how close we are in this wild card race, and yet we seemingly aren't like actually getting over any of these teams.
No,
everyone is just sticking in the exact same neck of the woods.
Yeah,
it's like last year, except last year we were the ones that were
playing really good, and we were just neck and neck with the Padres. We were neck and neck with everybody else. The Mets were playing outstanding. Remember Grimace? Remember when Grimace showed up?
Yeah, I mean we were
big fat idiot.
We went 11-11 in the final month of the season and lost our like 3-game lead that we had on the wild card spot. Maybe this season it's the opposite.
Yeah. Well,
that's called copium.
I'll take it. I like copium. I'm okay with copium. Pass the bong of copium right over here to me. speaking of copium, we appreciate all of you guys being here, whether you are calling us out for the copium or you're smoking it too. But we also appreciate those of you that have signed up, like our guy RA, for being part of our supporters club. We've launched this supporters club, and so far, people love it, man. It's for people to support us here at PHNX directly. You can sign up on our YouTube channel. You do have to go to the actual website. I know how much most of us hate that. Just wanted to throw that out there for you. If you're trying to do it on your app, it is not located there at this time, but you can join on our main page over on our PHNX YouTube channel. You get a badge next to your name, as you've seen some of your fellow commenters have, and then and that updates with time. That's cool. That's great. You're getting those founders badges right now by signing up. You also get 1 month, 2 months, 6 month, a year, a literal badge of honor for being a PHNX supporter, but also you get access to custom emojis. And right now in the custom emojis, it just dropped before our show today. Cactus light is in there. So make sure to check out the wide, fun variety of emojis. And guess what? We want to hear from you guys. So if you are a PHNX supporter and you want Jesse Jr. On an emoji, let us know loud and proud. We got AZ Cats G with his PHNX Wildcats chat in here. Let's go. Glad to have you here. There we go, Groundhog Mama. There's the cactus light. Light it up, baby. We appreciate you guys again. Thank you guys so much. You can actually join a Hall of Fame tier for $15 to unlock bonus content. That includes behind-the-scene vlogs, experimental content, more. We're just going to film me and Damon having arguments about stuff in here, just like we had at the beginning of yesterday's episode. Also, don't miss out on PHNX Diamondbacks After Dark. Dbacks After Dark, a.k.a. Dad, is where the Badmouth boys get together and use some language that old Ruth Ferguson wouldn't approve of. But hopefully you guys enjoy. We kind of went off about the umpires. I did. Damon actually kind of behaved himself and just kind of let me rant.
It won't happen again, guys.
Yeah,
it will not happen again.
Yeah, Damon's not going to not bring the absolute fire on future episodes. But
I'm not going to not behave myself twice in 2 D-backs After Dark episodes in a row.
I know. I need you to be extra active. But we appreciate you guys that have signed up, like I said, for the Supporters Club. We appreciate you guys that are Hall of Fame members. And most importantly, if you're just here in the chat, we appreciate you. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You guys are the literal lifeblood of this company. It's not me. It's not Damon. It's not Espo. It might be Shane a little bit. I don't know if we could do things without Shane around here, but we do really appreciate you guys so much for supporting us. Now, I'm going to need that support during the offseason if the Diamondbacks inevitably do collapse. So I'm just preparing you guys for that now. And quite frankly, I'm going to be here dressed in a giant Fall Guy costume covering Arizona Fall League baseball. So if you're not here, you are going to miss out on some excellent chances to take shots at me and content for sure. But speaking of the Arizona Fall League, it is almost time. I love Fall League baseball, and I don't know how many people in the chat have taken us up on our constant demands for you to go out and enjoy Fall League baseball, but it is one of the best forms of baseball that exists. And Damon can attest to this simply because it's almost like what spring training used to be a little bit when nobody went out to spring training. You remember those days. Those were some good times, right? You aren't paying $68 for tickets to sit on the lawn like you do now and have it be absolutely packed to the gills. No attack on spring training. It's very popular. It's a beautiful time of the year, but fall ball is just so much fun, and it's a great chance to obviously see some of the top young prospects in baseball out there playing for their individual squads. The rosters did drop today, and the Arizona Diamondbacks have quite a few guys on their roster that we can't wait to see play Arizona Fall League baseball. These guys, these are the prospects that will be on the Diamondbacks Salt River Rafters roster. It will include Hansel Luis, one of their top-rated prospects. He's an infielder. Recently acquired David Hageman will be out there. Jordan Chalice, a right-handed pitcher. Kyle Ament, right-handed pitcher. Those guys will be out there. Catcher Kenny Castillo. And our guy put fire directly in my blood, Dre Jameson, will be on the Salt River Rafters roster. Also, outfielder Jack Hurley and right-handed pitcher Jacob Steinmetz, who we have actually heard quite a bit about and has quite a lot of good things to say. But Damon, this begins October 6th. I know that we have to plan on a Diamondbacks playoff run, so we're going to have to do a little bit of doing two things at once because we're going to need to cover the postseason run as well as the beginning of the Salt River Raptors season on October 6th.
Yeah, I mean, Derek, I don't know exactly, like what we're gonna do there because we want to cover the fall league, but when you're in Game 4 of the World Series, it makes it tough.
Yeah.
We might just have to skip out on the early portions of the fall.
we might. It won't last very long, but we will be out there. So make sure to join us for all the fall league fun, and we'll do our best to bring you all the guys who we think are studs, and then make excuses like we do for the ones who are duds.
Who are you excited out of that group potentially?
Hansel Luis for sure. I really want to see Hansel Luis. I am honestly most excited to see Dre Jameson.
Yeah, I was going to say
Dre Jameson
sure.
is just an outstanding pitcher, and I'm kind of surprised to see him on the fall league,
yeah, me too.
Roster, but his season has been cut short by injury quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just wants to kind of get some additional work in. Again, Jacob Steinmetz is another name that I'm very excited to see, as well as Jack Hurley.
Yeah,
so
Jack Hurley, 3rd-round pick out of Virginia Tech. I mean, fairly highly touted prospect coming out of the draft there. Should be fun to watch him play.
And not only that, but there's a lot of the top 100 prospects in baseball. I was surprised not to see Ryan Waldschmidt on this roster. That was a little bit of a disappointment.
That would have been special.
Yeah, it would have been special.
A little bit of Yumin Lin as well.
Ooh,
how we like to get a little bit of Yumin Lin content going.
We pop for corn around here.
We're corn boys.
We're corn boys. We are the corn boys. But we will be out there. There's some new changes to the playoffs. I don't know if I love them, but the Arizona Fall League isn't big enough to really even have playoffs. Let's be honest. So I guess it's fine. But all 6 teams now are in the playoffs.
Wait, Derek, you take that back. I cherish my Salt River Raptors championship very dearly.
I'm not discrediting that trophy and its important place in our state's history. But what I am saying, David, overall, is that all 6 being in kind of feels to defeat the purpose. However, the first 2 teams do receive a bye, and that's how they're going to work it. So, I mean, it's not like the championship really is a super prestigious thing. This is, once again, just a chance to go out and see some of the top talent in baseball face off against each other, top young talent. And that's what's so exciting about this. Also, what's exciting, the prices. The prices are exciting. From everything, Damon. It doesn't matter if you're talking about ticket prices, merchandise prices, concession stand prices. It very much fits the budget for a man that just had to replace his water main at his home, who can no longer go out and do fun things in life. But I can't afford to go to Arizona Fall League games, so I will be out there 100%. So, also, yes, Sean says he forgot Kurt Warner is in the studio today, and that's going to be a nerve-wracking thing for me. Like I already just got more nervous thinking about the fact that I am currently in the presence of such greatness, and here I am with our stuffed snake mascot draped across my shoulders and all my toys out on the counters. So I'm going to already have some explaining to do on day one. Don't miss out on the PHNX Cardinals show. Also, do not miss out on of course, the PHNX Cardinals guys being out there in the West Valley. If you haven't had a chance to come see any of our events, see any of our shows live, I'll tell you, it's a fun time. We always have a great time. It's always great to have you guys out there supporting us and being a part of it. And also, again, giveaway for some $50 gift cards. So a great chance for you to potentially win something, get yourself something nice before you leave, and get yourself all set up for the Cardinals' first home game of the season here. Damon, I don't know. What are your overall thoughts here on the Diamondbacks' current standing? I know it's not great. I know, going back to the question earlier that we had in the chat, do we scoreboard watch still? Do we still play this game? I mean, I feel like if you don't,
1,000%. I'm scoreboard watching until the day that the Diamondbacks are eliminated from this playoffs, Derek. I mean, I'm looking here at the schedule. I know that we've been talking about this Twins series, but like, this is the opportunity.
Hey,
That you're looking. Sean put it up here in the chat. Like some of these other teams that we're competing with, the Giants got to go to the Dodgers, and then us over the next 6 games. The Mets have 2 games against Philly, including tonight, and then they have Texas over the weekend.
that's a great point.
If the Diamondbacks can S-word in Minnesota, potentially, and these teams say they just drop a game, maybe they drop 2, God willing they drop all 3. That's a huge opportunity for the Diamondbacks to make up some ground. And if you make up any more ground after only being 4 games back, you're truly in the thick of the wild card race. Like, to me, I don't know if you feel similarly, Derek, but I feel that like 3 and in, you're like, you're in the thick of the wild card hunt.
100%.
3 and out,
yeah.
It feels a little bit more far away.
Well, and I mean, again, it's all based on what happens here, how the Giants play against the Dodgers, how the Dodgers are doing. If the Padres somehow find themselves leading the division, right? The Diamondbacks' final 6 games are against the Dodgers and the Padres. If you want to talk about a reason to watch, a reason to root for this team up until the bitter end, playing spoiler. I mean, you accuse me constantly on this show of being a Dodgers fan. And I will say right here, right now, there is nothing I would love to see more than the Diamondbacks sweep the Dodgers, even if they're out of it. And then, like, go lay down against the Padres and just let them have the division, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
Say, no, we decide the division in Arizona. We
decide who wins. We decide. It goes through us.
I love it, Derek. I mean, I listen, I think, it's hard to give up on a team that is less than a handful of games out of a playoff spot. I know there's a lot of teams ahead of them. I know they have a tough schedule, but this team plays well typically when they play against better competition.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, it's like Scott Mack says here in the chat, no S word in Minneapolis means probably the end of the playoffs. And I think that's probably what it's going to come down to in large part.
I don't think we can be that drastic.
You got to win the series. I mean, it's got to be a 2-1.
You got to win every series.
Yeah.
You have to win that. Saying you have to win every series from here until the end, that I will be completely on board with. I just think, again, the Diamondbacks have not swept many teams. They haven't been good at it. They haven't been good at closing out. And now is the time to pull out all the stops. A lot of people are very upset with Torey Lovullo's management there late in Game 2 and his usage of pinch hitters and who he decided to go with Connor Kaiser there over Gabby. And those people are probably not wrong, but I'm sure Torey Lovullo would talk your ear off about all of the reasons why analytics and other things told him that was the right move to go with, even though it didn't end up being the right move.
Derek, what do you make of the Jordan Lawler stuff recently? I feel like we haven't talked about a lot the decisions from Torey Lovullo in terms of Jordan Lawler, like today sitting him after he had a double last game.
I feel like they're just protecting
taking him out of the lineup. Like, it does feel like, yeah, I get that, but is there any element of like we're taking him out of rhythm when he's finally putting together some good ABs?
Probably. There's probably a lot of overthinking when it comes to lefty versus righty matchups and how they're doing what favors them. Maybe it's trying too hard to ensure Jordan has success so that he doesn't go out there and struggle the next night and then struggle the following game and get into a rut like that. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's probably just overthinking. A big part of the game of baseball is getting yourself in a rhythm and playing every day. And that's something that the young guys at this point of the season absolutely need to be in there doing. But with the way we saw Blaze play third base today, I don't know, man. Blaze seems to be able to deliver wherever you put him on the diamond, but he looks really good at third base.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for stopping by for the post-game show. We will be back tomorrow with another 12 p.m. show. We're going to take a look down at Snake Farm, some of these arms that are coming up for the Arizona Fall League and more. We're also going to do another Throwback Thursday and preview that series with the Minnesota Twins. So again, thank you guys so much for your time. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, make sure to follow us on Twitter. I am at cap_caveman with a K. This absolute maniac over there, he is at Damon Dog with a DAWG at the end. We are all Damon's dogs. Bark, bark. Our show is at PHNX_Dbacks, but as always, all roads lead to at PHNX_sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you guys so much for your time. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, behave yourselves, enjoy this win, have a wonderful evening, and remember, kids, baseball is fun, but it is so much more fun when you don't get swept.
We all silly like the mayor.